Hey guys, Steven Rock here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Memorial Box Godzilla 1964 figure. Now, I know a lot of you guys might be wondering in the comment section or in your minds or wherever, Evan, when did you get the Memorial Box 64 figure? Well, my answer to that is simply this. Pretty much I've had it for around a week now. If my memory serves me correctly, I got it last Monday or Tuesday. And the reason as to why I didn't tell you guys is because since it's such a rare figure, I was so easy to open it when I got it in the mail that I didn't make a box day for it. And the other reason was because I didn't feel like I should have made a box day literally right after doing one for the NEC 89, because I didn't want to seem like, you know, I was making too many of those in a short span of time. But yes, I could have saved to upload it later. Who really knows? I kind of do regret not making a box day for it. So my apologies for that. I hope you guys can forgive me on that one, because let's be honest, it's a very rare figure. So I do, like I said, regret not making a box day for this. Either way, however, let me just say who I got this from, because no, it was not just any ordinary person from eBay or from Amazon, even though on Amazon these things like cost $1 trillion. But either way, I got this from Gabe's Studios, a very good friend of mine. I've known him for years. He's trying to sell a lot of his memorial boxes and other figures to raise money to buy even more expensive rare figures. So I bought this from him not only to help him out, but because I truly felt as though, you know, it's a figure I certainly don't have as per my memorial box figures, and I would have loved to have had it because it's quite rare. So I will be giving the link to his channel in the description below. There you can subscribe to his main account, because I highly recommend you do so, and you can see his other channels listed on the side to subscribe to those as well. So let's dive right into the pros. So in terms of pros about this figure, I truly think that the main pro I like about this figure is the detail. Now the detail on this guy, I feel like it might come across as generic, but I really feel like the memorial box figures just have that nice charm to it when it comes to detail, paint job, articulation, all of that really. But yeah, like I said though, I really like the detail on this, mainly because you just look at the face, you can clearly see the eyebrows, really nice. The rest of the body, the mold and the sculpt for this figure is really nicely done with these markings and scales all across his chest. Spines are pretty similar to spikes, and spines are pretty much similar to other memorial box figures along with the tail form, but it is different from other memorial boxes. I compared all of them once I got this in the mail. But yeah, this is really good for detail. Facial detail is really nice. You know, it's probably just as accurate in terms of detail as it would be the NECA 64, which I know I haven't really said that openly about, but I really don't like that figure at all. But being 100% honest, I'll go back to what I was saying. Like I said, I truly think that detail-wise, this figure is very good. So let's move on to the next thing I like about this figure. So, the next thing I like about this figure is the paint job. Now, the paint job on this figure, like I said, seems as though it might be generic, but all of which, I feel like all of the above in terms of articulation, all of that. Memorial Box, like I already said, has that charm to it to make it really nice. So in terms of the paint job, it's, from what I can tell, maybe 3-4 colors. Just the generic green, the white for the spikes, the plain white and black for the eyes. And my favorite part of Memorial Boxes, which isn't that noticeable for this one, but I hope it's noticeable in some shape or form for you guys, is the light green that indicates it is indeed a Memorial Box. So all of those colors, I really like the green on this. I know a lot of people say that Memorial Box figure should be more blackish because it seems more accurate to the suit and the design, but I really like the green color that a lot of the Memorial Boxes do. I really feel like it's good, especially the light green shade, which is supposed to indicate it, but even then it actually does look accurate either way, so it's actually, it's good. It plays out really nice. So let's move on to the next thing I like about this figure. So, last but not least, before I move on to the cons, is indeed articulation. Now, articulation on this figure, along with pretty much every other memorial box, is always 5 joints of articulation. However, the main thing about this figure that I feel like stands out in terms of articulation is Gabester himself, when selling me this figure, and I'll move this building into the way a little bit, sorry about that, is because there's 6. Why? In fact, I think either half of memorial boxes have a glue seal for the tail, or some don't even have a glue seal or anything for the tail. This had a glue seal, and generously enough for me, he added that as another point of articulation. So the glue seal is pretty much snapped off of this guy, so I really am glad about that. I'd really like to thank him for that, because that really helped me out a lot. But yeah, really nice. And I really do think that So you have the tail. I actually haven't. I feel like if it's 360 because it's not meant to be fully articulated, because like I said, it came out as a glue seal. Because it came out as a glue seal, something tells me it's not meant for 360. But I'd say it goes a good 180 or so. Head goes 360. Same goes for the 2 arms, and as far as I can remember, the 2 legs. So that is 6 joints of articulation, guys. Would have been 5 if it weren't for the glue seal. So thank you for that, Gabester. And yeah. So with that being said, let's move on to the cons of this figure. So when it comes to the cons about this figure, I really only have 2, and I mean 2 nitpicks. Both of them really, really small. But going back to the point where I was thankful enough that there was 6 joints of articulation, there is the unfortunate part where that, extra piece of articulation comes in with the tail, where it's unfortunate because I feel like, since, like I said, it was meant to be a glue seal, the tail is too loose. Like I said, thank you, Gabester, and I'm grateful enough that this has articulation, but it's unfortunate that I can't give it a good 360, because if I were to go past 180, you can see that the crease starts right there. So, I really feel as though it should have better tail joints if there were to be a tail joint for all of these, because, like I said, meant to be a glue seal. And the next thing I like, the next nitpick about this is that the left arm, in this case, the right arm is really is slightly loose, not so much loose, but enough to kind of consider it a nitpick. So, to be fair, those 2 nitpicks altogether, I'd like to say, bring down this figure to a good rate of about a 9.6 out of 10. A very good rate, and a reasonable rate, believe it or not, as high as it might be for a memorial box, because these things are very, very well made. So, despite the fact they're rare, despite the fact they're expensive, I like to say start out small with Memorial Box 2000, which I have. That isn't expensive at all. Start out small, and if you have enough money to go for the bigger ones like this guy, 62, 65, 67, go right ahead, honestly. Go right ahead, because might be rare, might be expensive, but I'd like to say that they're definitely worth the price. I mean, as long as you don't go overboard. But like I said, I truly recommend this if you're able to afford it, find it, get it, wherever. And with that being said, like I said, subscribe, and thanks to Gabester Studios for this figure. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later, and bye-bye.